Okay, hello! Hello! Hello and welcome to another Lucky Hit podcast, a weekly Lucky Hit podcast. This is episode number 29. I'm going to keep going at this pace before I lose energy.
I lost energy last week.
Got another swammy, brilliant
swam. Don't even try, just stop.
Woo! So, I'm Murray Curry and I'm joined by my good old cheeky pals. Go on.
Every week.
Every week.
We never know who's going next. We need to plan an order and like a game plan. Like, right, you, then you.
Who are you?
I'm Fantasy Prince. Oh, cat.
Right, guest, who are you?
Jibberandtwitch.
The gang
Guest.
man. The gang man, not the guest.
Flat the younger.
Right, so sorry, I had to wait in case you come up with anything hilarious.
Yeah.
I follow your Twitter, but you don't have. You need to make that Twitter.
Yeah.
Your fans
It's
are
not
waiting.
taken yet. Jinxed.
Yeah. So welcome to episode 29, and we've got quite a bit to talk about. I know we've got some weird news coming up.
Yeah. The odd ones.
Yeah. So
It was a slow news week, so that's when all the new weird stuff seems to show up.
that's when everyone scrapes the bottom of the barrel.
Pretty much.
The weird scrapes. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking. Let's have a song.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Can I just stop there? Sorry. You know, I love Castlevania music and Michiru Yamane's compositions, but I have to make very, very obvious comparison here. I'm going to have to play something from Mega Man 4, and well, you just see what you think for yourself. So yeah, that was Bright Man from Mega Man 4. Yeah, sorry about that, carry on. we're back. Surprise, surprise, that was Castlevania music. Cool.
Some of it was, anyway.
Sorry, yeah. So I was listening, I was looking for songs to play this morning, and I remembered how much I liked that track. And yeah, it's sort of, I don't know, I can't believe it never dawned on me before, but I was listening to it, and I was like, because I've been recently playing Mega Man 4 again, and how have I never drawn that comparison before? Two series I'm absolutely obsessed with, and two songs I recognise, but never connected the dots before.
You going to tell us what the song is from
Yes.
Castlevania?
Castlevania Curse of Darkness, and it's Mortova Fountain.
Mozilla Fountain.
Mortova.
October Fountain.
Or is it Mortiva? Mortiva. Oh, Christ.
Malteser Fountain.
Malteser's Fountain.
We don't know, Tom. You're the one who's been
Malteser's
doing
Mountain.
research.
And it's a great game song.
Great.
Good.
Great song game.
Great song.
Excellent. That wraps that nonsense up.
So, let's
Move
go.
directly on to the news, I presume, yes?
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Ooh, that song.
Yeah,
I think is the window already closed, Tom?
I think it is.
No.
It was just the news moped.
He was just throwing the gaming news at us on the newspaper.
It was Paperboy.
Made especially for us.
Smashed through the window and got 50 points.
See that here? It's a newspaper.
He dropped the paper.
Sounds like a tiny notebook. Right, okay, go on.
Tiny
notebook.
Well, there's a little bit of stuff today, isn't there?
Is there?
Yeah, it was a bit of a slow news week, but I did find a few interesting things.
I'm glad you look up the news, because otherwise we wouldn't have any news.
We can make
There
up
wasn't
news.
much. Let's be honest, there wasn't much this week. It really was a slow news week compared to last week. There was some research into on a website called ARS Technica, full-on research into Steam users, basically seeing what their selling games is. Because when you think about it, no one really does like game data well, do they?
No, yeah.
You get like the general charts in the shops and that, but that's about it. It's not like with music where they analyse every little thing, like every genre and all the
That's
little
right,
nooks
yeah.
and crannies of it. But they've done all this like huge research into
I remember you sent me
basically
some
looking-
stuff this morning, and I was like,
Yeah, that was
first
the
thing in the
article,
morning,
yeah.
I was still half awake. It's just data being
Here's
thrown
some
in my
numbers.
face.
Have a look at these numbers.
Some of
And,
them were quite interesting.
So yeah, this is like a whole database of like everything from 2009, because before that they weren't actually tracking what you were playing.
Nah.
Up until that point they were.
Couldn't they have just
And
used
then-
Raptor? How long has Raptor been going? Is that any good?
I don't know if that.
It's
How
Steam.
does that even work anyway, Raptor?
It's quite interesting, Raptor. If anyone listening might have an account with Raptor or not, I'm quite obsessed with it myself. Basically, what it is, it only works with like the current gen and next gen consoles where you're constantly online. Because obviously it tracks your you connect your consoles up. So for me, I did it on the Xbox 360 and my Steam, and you can put the Wii on there, but you can't track any games for some reason. It's a bit weird. You put your ID in there, it just goes, oh, he exists under this name. I don't know, it's a bit crap, but mainly the 360. So basically, as long as you don't even have to be signed in with your Raptor or anything like that, but you just have to be online constantly with your console. So it tracks all the hours you've been playing on that particular game. So I recently found this week that I played 600 hours in total of Grand Theft Auto 5. It's like it was 590, and then I did quite a bit more since then. 600 hours.
The game's only been out since September.
The most I've ever managed was over 200 hours on Phantasy Star, and I thought I was sad for that.
Well, I broke the
thought I was
400 hours
sad.
in Skyrim as well.
I thought I was sad.
Well, you've made your point.
That means you're 3 times as sad as me.
Statistically, Tom, that's quite sad. So yeah.
Wow,
This is really
600
annoying. I
hours.
had all this like on my phone prepared, all the images of this, so I didn't have to write it all down. And now the images have disappeared.
Ah, crap.
Some funny prankster's gone through and replaced it all with clopping.
Yeah. Throwing this out the window. Well, basically, on this research, they found that about 37% of people that have Steam installed on their computer haven't installed a single game on it. For a start.
I'll just make a Steam account.
So
And that's done.
Yeah.
I must confess, I have a Steam account and no games.
You're
It's-
one of them.
It's just because it looks cooler than MSN.
No, I mean I haven't even like
It's a good
chatted to
chat.
anybody on it. It hurts me to spend money on things. And that's the whole point of Steam, isn't it? You pay money for games.
Yeah, you pay a lot less money for games
Yeah.
than you do
I
anywhere
don't
else.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you think that Steam itself has become almost like a replacement for the game shops? You
Well, it
can
has,
browse,
hasn't it? Yeah.
You can
Definitely
browse.
has.
The sales are ridiculous. Yeah, you can browse, you can make lists, like wish lists, you can window shop, you can see like the trailers of the games being played.
The only thing you can't do
grab
is
a card from Steam and then sell it for 29p like I did in the week. It was ridiculous. I actually got like half the money I paid for the game from this frigging card. It's ridiculous.
yeah. The only thing you don't get is you don't get to talk to a greasy, irate twat of a worker and ask him like, "Oh, have you got Guitaroo Man? Oh, I haven't heard of that, so
Yeah, if I haven't heard of it, then it
must not be that good because I'm the best."
Basically, what we're saying
In
is
the
we've
world.
we've had some bad experiences in our local game shops.
I still remember going into a game back when like the GameCube and all that was out and asking them if Alien Hominid was coming out on the GameCube because that was the only system I had for free at the time, and it was like, well, it looks like a kid's game, so it should be on that. It's like, yeah.
Right, first of all, Alien Hominid, you're a bit of a twat if you're going to call it a kids' game. Secondly, what?
Yeah.
Tom, you
No wonder the GameCube didn't do brilliant over here with pricks like that.
I asked if it was coming out, not for your opinion.
Yeah, not for your,
Yeah.
Not for
pass your judgment on like gaming. Oh, I would have smashed.
Now, why don't you
What did he look like?
fuck
by
off
the
and
way?
play
This
Battlefield?
was a long
prick.
time ago.
I was going to say,
I
I
can't
might know
remember
the
that far
guy.
back.
What does he look like? Where does he fucking live?
The
I've
Let me
got
think
some
back
ass pricks
about
outside. I'm gonna fucking
7
launch a big
years.
fucking.
only
Yeah,
annoying experience
whatever it
I've had
was.
at Game Shop recently was before Christmas. Somebody I used to know was actually ringing me up, and it was like, it's Christmas, so it's the Christmas queue, and I've got all these games that I'm trying to get through. And he decides to then have a chat with me. It's like, no, just bring up the games and let me go. Seriously.
It's a busy day. I don't actually like you. If you're listening,
Another thing they found with their like research into everyone's like hours and stuff is they put up like a little pie chart of like I would look at it, but it's just gone as
I
a
think
question mark on my face.
this is some of the stuff I saw. I remember
it's
what
sharp,
really
which is
annoyed
easy.
me was Dota 2 is ridiculous. Everyone in the
It
world
was pretty
seems
much
to
the
own
most
it.
played game
Yeah.
on Steam.
But
it's because it's
it's-
free to
yeah.
play.
Yeah, it's free to play, and I don't know.
It's
I
such a
didn't even know what
basic
it was
thing.
for the longest time. Like I just kept everyone, people go Dota 2, Dota 2.
Yeah.
Like, what
It seems
is a
everyone's
Dota?
doting over it.
There was
Buddy.
there was I was looking at the statistics because Tom left it up on that.
Yeah.
And one of the highest ranking games was Mabinogi or something, Mabinogi or something.
Wow.
And basically, I had a look at it, and I was like, "Oh, is that based off those Welsh fairy tales, the Mabinogi?" So I had a look at it. No, it's some sort of Korean piece of shit where all the girls are sort of big, blue, big anime eyes and sort of like tiny little chins.
Was it?
Mabinogi or something, Mabinogi.
I've never.
And I was really disappointed.
Okay.
I was like,
Sounds
that's a bit shit. Really.
It sounds like a weird sort of Japanese food that no one's ever heard of.
What are you doing with your shirt?
With probably poisonous
Buddha.
fish in it somewhere.
It feels
Would
making
have
his
felt-
shirt giant by stretching it into his knees.
So I was kind of excited,
I
and
do
then I
that
was a bit
sometimes.
disappointed and disgusted.
Sometimes it just happens.
You have a lot of torn shirts.
No.
Manly torn.
Like where the
Can we shut up about my shirt?
So yeah, one thing that did make me laugh was
Yeah, but do that.
I suppose it shouldn't have because of the fact that it will be on sale and everything because the Valve, but all of the top stuff apart from Dota was Valve games, wasn't it?
It was all pretty much like free games as well.
That's
a lot
right.
of them are the games they're giving away now, like Team Fortress 2.
Yeah,
and
Team
stuff
Fortress
like
2,
that, so
count the original
the
Counter
Half-Life
Strike.
games. And,
yeah.
Counter-Strike, Soul
So is that? Yeah, I suppose I shouldn't have been surprised by that. Luckily, I was happy to see
list-
Skyrim was in
That
there.
list was that first list was just what was the best selling, but
Yeah.
then when they actually looked at who had played the most hours on average for a game, the top game like most played on average for any game over 50,000 downloads, I think, was Football Management Simulator.
Lots of chains.
Sega's actually making some money from something now for the first time ever. It's not that Shenmue, we've got Football Manager now.
Well, maybe if they make enough money on Football Manager, they can put out Shenmue 3.
No, they just put out more.
They'll have to put on the game box, funded by Football fucking Manager.
Yeah, it's a bit like pouring
No,
yourself
it'd
to put
be-
yourself through college, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember doing that.
That's weird.
It's a valid business idea.
And another thing they had on there is they had, as I was saying, they had a pie chart of the average hours that people played at all their games, and a majority of it was never. So people basically, as I know, because I've done it loads of times, bought loads of cheap games, never got around to playing them.
Yeah.
So it's not just me with a backlog, I think a lot of people have backlogs on Steam.
And that's why you can see Gabe Newell wringing his little hands.
Yeah, I think it was almost like 40% were never, and
he's
then
like
another
cheap.
20% was like 1 hour, and then it was only like, something like 10% for like more than 10 hours, and then there was a tiny 1% for people that have played for more than 400 hours on a game. It's like, who the hell plays a game for more than 400 hours?
Spelunky?
Sad people.
I put about 60 hours into it.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
well-
mention that on Raptor, I'm very nearly #1 in the world for Morrowind, just because I won't stop playing the fucking thing. I've
you
got
see-
it up now on the
And he sees that he's nearly #1 for Morrowind, and he plays it more. He's like, I'm going to get to #1 for
Now I
Morrowind.
need to get
Which
up
about
to
time I got, you know,
zero.
recognised.
Nobody's actually going to go that Tommy Pope. Wow, what a Morrowind.
What a
guy.
sad cunt.
he put more hours than any other one in one game. What a great
Yeah, well,
guy.
Morrowind's a good choice, though.
If you're going to do it with anything, you may as well do it on that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my god,
yeah.
I've joined the Morrowind fan club.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
I'm off.
I'm the only one who
Not
hasn't
realised.
played it.
I haven't played it
Yes,
either.
oh.
I played Skyrim.
You've probably
The weekly
seen it,
Morrowind
watched enough.
podcast.
to think that you played it.
Basically-
For more weaponry.
Basically, Morrowind looks to me like a less graphically over-contrived Skyrim.
Then you're involved.
Over control.
Yes. It
She
plays-
used a big
It's the
word.
game before it.
Basically, it seems to me like Skyrim. There are bits I wish that they actually put in, like, you know, repairing your own armor seems like a really cool idea. But if
Yeah,
you're
because
talking
that's
about
not in Morrowind.
Yeah, I think
That's what
yeah,
she's saying.
yeah.
Ah.
If you're sort of like asking me, you know, choosing your star sign and like putting too much points into
What's
character,
wrong with that?
it just seems a bit too middle management.
Well,
I want
I-
to go out and kill dragons and stuff.
Funny, I've got the pictures now. The most played games on Steam based on average hours. It was Football Management Simulator, then Skyrim, and then somewhere a bit further down is Farming Simulator.
Two farming simulators,
Yeah, there's
2013 and 2011.
Yeah. A lot of people actually
No,
play
no,
it.
but
That must be every German player.
Yeah.
Remember, this isn't like Farmville. This is like genuine Farmville.
Yeah, this is
Like,
even more
this
boring
is
than that.
driving up and down a field with a harvester.
No, I don't.
And then
Oh, well, I see it now. That
Then
mansion
taking
Nobi,
crops
Nobi,
and
whatever
putting
you
them
used to
somewhere.
It's all
and then
all
doing it some more.
it's all cute like Harvest Moon. It's
do.
just,
Now,
Maybe that's
was
why
it
there's so
right?
many
some
hours.
of these
Because
games
it
I've
takes
never
so
even
long
heard
to
of.
do
I mean,
anything.
I've spotted that Magic no Good thingy.
Babydogi, yeah.
And there's a few other ones I've never even heard of. Like Mountain Blade Warband. What the hell is that?
probably
Oh,
some
I've
Warcraft
heard
shit.
of Mountain Blade. That's basically like a Tesco value version of Warcraft kind of thing.
No, I thought the Tesco value of Warcraft was something like Guild
Warcraft?
Wars or something like that.
Oh, Guild Wars, blimey.
Yeah, well.
Guild Wars, caters to the whole creepy guys who make characters dress up as women with no
There's
clothes.
a character on Warcraft
Yeah.
that's something like the Night Elf though, and she's got like hardly any clothes on. It doesn't matter what kind of armour you put on, she's got hardly any clothes
Yeah.
on.
And none of
and-
those people that are playing as her are
Oh, female. Yeah.
That's Guild Wars, yeah.
And like they've got an estimated total hours played on Steam, and a big percentage of it, like 3,800 hours, is just Dota 2. Then
Yeah.
Team Fortress,
And that's
Counter-Strike,
that's
Elder
not
Scrolls.
3,000 hours. That's 300, isn't it? Millions of hours.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, millions of hours. So it's like more hours. More people have played more hours of Dota 2 than there has been.
Like, since it's been out. Yeah.
No, since like humans have existed or something stupid.
Wow.
Well, I don't even know. No, I don't even know how that works. But yeah, like the top 6
It's
games.
cumulative.
The top 6 games are the same amount of millions of hours of every other game on Steam.
Yeah.
If
The
they
top 6, so Counter-Strike, Skyrim, Team Fortress and Dota 2, they are the same amount of hours as
everything else. Absolutely everything else.
If they released Tomodachi Life on Steam, how many hours do you think people would rack up on that?
Tomodachi Life.
That does look crazy.
Don't look forward to any Nintendo games on Steam. Well, how would we make our menu?
Yeah, we have to release things on the Wii U for what, 50 quid a game, and we never put the price down.
So
ever.
really, what's happened is people think that, you know, like with smartphone games, it is pretty much just luck what games become like the biggest games on there that make the most money. Steam is pretty much exactly the same. There's a handful of games that are doing miles better than everything else.
Yeah, you look into it and you think
exactly. There's people that moan about like smartphone games and say, oh, it's all just Candy Crush is making all the money and no one else is making it.
Yeah.
Steam is exactly the same. It is actually. You know, there's thousands of games on there that do nowhere near as much as, you know, anything else. But obviously, it's still, you know, good enough.
And the fact that they will have other games that will be making that kind of money. That will be that kind of popularity. It happens occasionally.
Yeah.
But that company that has Candy Crush.
I mean, like when
that's all they got. That's all they
I think
that's all they need.
Online will probably contribute to that. That will probably eventually become.
Is that actually out yet?
April the 4th.
So I'm completely out of touch.
It came out on April Fools.
No, April the 4th.
Oh.
So it was 4/4/2014, wasn't it?
So what game was that? Sorry, I didn't
Elder Scrolls Online.
That's got online.
Oh yeah.
I feel a bit.
ESO as the cool kids are calling it.
Yeah, ESO.
SO.
Extra special orifice.
Oh no, when I was saying about the Dota 2 thing, it was, according to this, people have played a bit over 430,000 years worth of Dota 2, almost 500,000 years spent playing a single game. That's far longer than the human race has existed. What? How is that even possible? I don't, because there's that many people playing it for that many hours, I suppose it builds up. But, that's...
Obviously, it's cumulative.
See, if you looked at how many hours the sort of gamers have put in total into World of Warcraft, it would be worse. It would seriously put those.
World of Warcraft. Yeah. People just don't stop with that.
Well, people that were like having children dying.
Yes,
they were
dying while grinding.
There's a few games that are not even on Steam, and Minecraft's not on Steam. I'm pretty sure.
Minecraft. Yeah, that would be
sure
ridiculous.
World of Warcraft is not on there either. So, but those games would probably be up.
I can come in from work, play Minecraft for hours, go to bed, and that's just the only game I can play. And I could do that for a whole week. I get bored of Minecraft.
I could when it first came out and everything was still new, but now I'm just like, I turn it on. I'm like, right, I'm really going to give it a go. I'm going to play something else.
Funny enough, that's actually coming out retail for both. All the PlayStation systems now.
Both all,
yeah. Because I just remembered that the Theta exists.
That's the one you can finger the back of it.
What's really weird is,
you can finger the back of it and it comes up on your screen.
I see a future for Japanese companies and games.
I'm pretty sure they've already gone that route.
Oh man.
The fingeroo rumbaroo. You just finger it and it rumbles.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's just like a game where a bartender walks by and you slap a bum or something. I wish I didn't just think of that.
He's doing the lip thing.
But Minecraft's going to come out on PS4, PS3 and Vita, all retail. What I find really redundant is they keep putting on every version of Minecraft, they put the console version underneath it. So it's like PS3 at the top and then it's Minecraft PlayStation 3 edition. It's like, really?
I didn't know which console I turned on.
You're holding
I thought it was the Jaguar CD version.
You're holding the controller and the character starts moving. You go, ugh!
I thought the Vita version was based on the Gamecom edition.
It won't be long before Minecraft is on everything in the world.
Yeah, I want to see it on the Virtual Boy.
I do want to see it on the Gamecom.
I want to see it on the Virtual Boy. That'd be good. It's all red.
They're selling Minecraft books in Asda of all places.
Minecraft books. Yeah, there's
so actually,
I don't want the story of Steve.
I don't want to be lame, but they're actually quite good.
What are they about?
They got like there's one on
combat,
one on.
They're like strategy
guides.
Yeah,
they're just guides.
They're actually quite good.
This one's Redstone. I want that one.
They should just do a complete strategy guide.
Yeah, they should.
I think they've done some sort of annual book as well. They're mostly aimed at kids, but there's no reason why.
I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
Like some of the tips they had on building like cool bridges, and they give you like how to build like complex castles and stuff. It's quite interesting.
There should be like a how to make a million annoying YouTube videos.
See, I know.
Step one is always film Capcom fraps.
See, I know.
Point camera at screen.
I know Minecraft's kind of done to death and oversaturated and everything, but it's giving gamers a bit of. It's giving gamers a bit of a positive rep. I mean, suddenly games aren't mindlessly driven, shooting zombies in the head. So now they can be educational. Now they can be interesting.
Well, they always were, but
now they can be virtual Lego.
Yeah. Now Minecraft has given gamers a good name, and Minecraft is being used in schools and
I built Tails out of
stuff.
Minecraft Lego. On Minecraft, with the blocks.
Yes.
Right, now to get on to the batshit news.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not really that surprising when you consider other things in the past. But
okay,
this is probably the chavviest news I've read about gaming for a while.
Chavvy news.
The chavviest news.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I'm just going to name drop who it is, and then I'm going to let you guess what he is going to be DLC for. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, fucking hell.
What
Dance Central.
FIFA's almost there. Kind of, but not the right
Champion
one.
in FIFA.
Champion in
Sorry.
FIFA.
Sorry, I always forget.
I do play a bit of FIFA.
I always
Dogg is
forget,
gonna be
sorry.
DLC for
SingStar.
No, you've gone the wrong way now.
Need for Speed.
Yeah.
You're getting there.
Undercover.
You're getting there. What is the chavviest video game?
Well, Call of Duty, of course.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, there you go. Got it.
How do you introduce Snoop Dogg?
Basically, Snoop Dogg is going to be an
I'm gonna shoot the
DLC
motherfucker.
narrator.
Narrator? Oh god.
He's going to be a narrator. You have to pay money to listen to him muttering in the background with his fucking creepy voice.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But is it Call of
Yo,
Duty meant
he
to be like...
capped that fool in the face, isn't stuff like that?
He says stuff
I'm
like,
on some weed, yeah.
like mother from another. No wait,
Brother.
brother from another mother. And
Oh, fucking hell.
he's like,
Mother
the
from another
trailer
mother.
is so funny because he's talking about like, what did it? Did you watch the trailer? Have you seen the trailer at all? Or?
No.
We didn't just make up the last 2 minutes of
It was a
So-
shocked reaction.
yeah, we just made up that whole thing. We did watch the trailer.
Aaron,
Sorry.
God.
I'm grassing us up.
He's far too honest.
It's only because I'm
journalist.
forgetting what was in the trailer. Remind me.
What was in that trailer you haven't seen? Well, there was a bit where he said, yee. Well, of course there was.
Well, you brought up something I'd never even seen before. It was Snoop Dogg in a Rayman Legends advert.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not only. This isn't the first time Snoop Dogg has been in a video game thing in the last
Do you remember?
year or 2 years.
Well, he was in Tekken 6, wasn't he?
He was in Tekken Tag Tournament in the background. They had a whole level dedicated to him with him sitting on a throne. There's like a big video screen of one of his music videos or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and
I was
if you-
watching a video of it and there's like the cars on like giant rods like bouncing around in the background.
It's all dedicated to him,
Silliest
and
thing.
if you can hack the game and move the camera just slightly off to the left, in big neon lights you can see cunt written on the wall.
Well, do you remember?
Written by the Namco developers, yeah, that's what we thought about it.
I don't know if you remember, but when you announced that, talking about him being in, I believe it was that in Tekken,
Yeah.
on one of our podcasts,
Did we-
quite a few
did I
back
mention
now.
it, or?
Well, I can't remember. You mentioned him. It may have been Tekken. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But all I remember was you mentioned him, and I said something along the lines of any series that is very much Jumping the Shark. I said it was the new version of Jumping the Shark is Get Snoop Dogg in. Do you remember that?
Called it.
I'm not sure. I called it a while ago.
Yeah.
And it's Call of Duty, which is well and truly Jumped the Shark a long time ago. They're just releasing the same fucking thing every time.
Jumps a shark on a shark with a shark as a shark.
Over Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Over Snoop Dogg, as he said something about.
So yeah, there was the
Brothers
Tekken
from
Tag 2 thing, and then there was also a very bizarre Rayman Legends commercial a while back for the PS4 and Xbox One version. The whole first like 3/4 of the advert is just about him.
Yeah.
Just going on about how he's legendary.
I'm sure.
I got friends who went over the wheel and all this
As
shit.
he always-
Over the wheel.
How he always remembers
I
where
got
he's
platinum
come from
records.
while he's sort of,
Yeah.
flashing his
Yeah.
cash and...
All these
It's like,
rappers,
he-
they're
he-
always like,
and
I
he-
might be the richest man in the fucking
Do you remember that
America,
ridiculous
but I
song by-
still remember I'm from the hood.
Do you remember that ridiculous song from Jennifer
I still remember
Lopez
when
or
they used to do
Jenny from the
Battle
Block
Hymn.
or something like that? And it was all about how she's so rich but she still remembers where she comes from. Yeah, I'm sure she does.
Oh, how about
Yeah,
you
I'm
donate
sure.
to some hospitals
Yeah.
or something then?
Still remember
I'm
what
still
shit album it
Tommy
was. I went
from
back and
Shoe.
set it all on fire. That's how much I remember it. But yeah,
Well, that's so
that Rayman
basically.
trailer was bizarre, wasn't it? He
Yeah,
actually
it
gets
was.
like sucked into the game and becomes a Rayman character or something, and then he just goes, "You actually kill you." He's got such a creepy voice. He doesn't sound like a rapper. He sounds like a child molester. It's so spooky. I mean, he's constantly on the radio at the moment with like bloody what is it? Travel insurance or something commercial.
Oh my god.
I can't remember what it was, but it's,
I often travel to the Philippines.
yeah, something like that. But
Later
I
that
think it was
week,
car insurance or something. But
later
yeah.
that week, Aaron was sued for libel.
I get the feeling that Snoop Dogg's just really desperate for money at the moment because he just seems to be in everything right now. just like
David Hasselhoff.
So basically,
I like
to sum
that.
that, well,
Someone has to.
we'll talk about what's wrong with you in a minute.
I just think he's so wonderfully cheesy, like
So-
he's a character.
Did you ever see how they actually
On
made
himself.
the Hasselhoff scene in the SpongeBob movie? They
Yeah.
actually made a huge like replica of him for the part where they're riding on his back.
Oh
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
swimming along. It's actually a gigantic lifelike statue of him, and they actually auctioned it off recently.
Oh.
Someone actually owns this. Like the face on it's like this big. It's
Whoa.
freaking huge. It's like really realistic, so you don't even realise it's. In the film, you don't even realise it's.
Oh, it's-
Oh wow, I thought it was.
Yeah.
I'd certainly buy his wax, like his wax work.
Oh.
You'd
Yeah,
buy
nothing like
you
that.
buy
She
his
said
wax. What the hell?
You know, like
Get
if
those cute.
I thought she said Wang.
I'll buy his Wayne.
I mean, like for Madame
I thought you
Tussauds,
meant
it's
his
Jack
wax,
Daniels.
like
Okay.
if he went to a sperm bank. Or
Yeah,
something.
I'd put a wick in the top of his head and see how long he lasts.
They're not candles, Phil.
Oh. So basically, to sum that news
They
up,
kind of are. If you had a wick in there, then it would be a candle.
Don't try this. Don't go to London and try this.
David Candlehoff.
Can I borrow
Right, what
a
you
drill?
saying?
String?
Drill
to
some
sum that
strings.
news up, I just wanted to say that well, as you were saying, as if Call of Duty wasn't chavvy enough. Now you've got Snoop.
There's even a
Dogg.
bit in it where he
Snoop
said, "Oh, all my homies play it." I was just thinking,
9
wait,
out of 10
all
rappers.
his homies are like pasty kids that swear into a pipe.
Yeah.
I think he needs
Which
to get
adds
better
to the
homies.
child molester thing you were saying.
Yeah.
All 12-year-old boys.
If you want to get legendary in the back of my brain,
He pulls his
I'll make you feel epic. That's what the car insurance ad is. He goes, I'll make you feel epic or
Oh.
some shit. It's like,
no, Snoop, no. He
Oh
pulls
man, I
some-
don't want to get snooped.
He pulls some statistics out of his arse and says 9 out of 10 rappers play it, which just makes me
Oh,
wonder what the one left
yeah.
over is. Who's he?
Eminem.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't want to shoot nobody.
I get too much of that in Detroit.
That was Eminem. He don't want to shoot nobody because he's not really a gangster.
Right. We moving on from fucking
Moving on for that.
Call of Cunting Duty. I can't believe that.
Random kickstart of the week, and this
No.
is random.
Random
Kickstart
Kickstarter
of the week. Yeah.
I wasn't a part of that.
Yeah, Phil was just looking with the biggest sigh I've ever seen. It's like,
You had to.
Ow.
right, so yeah, there's a Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
That's a new website.
Valve, Steam, Game Law, Portal, reference, internet, YouTube, go on, what?
There's a Kickstarter being run by the creator of Johnny Bravo.
Ooh.
Alright.
Right.
To bring him
And
back.
he's collaborated with a guy who's apparently the weapons expert of Call of Duty.
Fuck's sake!
I don't actually know what that entails. It just says weapons specialist Call of Duty.
So it's going to
and
be
Medal of
Johnny
Honor.
Bravo
So I
with machine
presume
gun.
he's the
Oh, I
guy.
hope so.
I presume he's the guy that does all the weapons details for the game or something.
Oh, I've just found more news. He's also working with Snoop Dogg.
No, not yet. I'm sure that might happen.
Snoop
at this
Dogg is
rate, but-
reaching for his phone right now.
No, the
Okay.
musician,
I'll go
the
ahead and
musician,
take it
that,
time.
the musician that Fan Partible, the creator of Johnny Bravo, is working with is Clarke. who formed Depeche Mode
It's
and
Clarke.
Erasure. Yeah.
It's Clarke, the fucking
He's going to be doing
legendary
the
synth player.
Yeah, he's going to be doing the music for it. Basically, they're working on a rhythm.
You got to give that guy a little respect.
Yeah. Get out.
Erasure.
Get out.
Get out of your house where you live.
That's Tom.
Yeah,
That's Tom slapping the floor for telling him to leave.
They're collaborating on a rhythm-based combat game which has this character that's actually voiced by the same guy that voiced Johnny Bravo.
Oh, brilliant.
And he's basically going to be fighting like this evil pop corporation.
So it's going to be like
with
monkey
dances.
with me.
So he's going to be doing stuff.
Fight.
Yeah. She does. One of the moves is the monkey.
Oh, brilliant.
So yeah, so it's proper trying to bring back Johnny Bravo.
I just want a Johnny Bravo game just to play
That's
straight
kind
out.
of what I think this is sort of is, but
Yeah,
without
but-
Johnny Bravo.
I'm
The
not-
character is basically Johnny Bravo, but
Doing what everyone's doing at the moment.
Oh yeah, not Mega
Doing
Man.
I can't get it from Cartoon Network, so I'm going to make not Johnny Bravo.
Not Mega Man, not Castlevania, now not Johnny Bravo.
Did you ever play a game on the GameCube called PN09? I think it was called Project Number 9. It was a Capcom game with where you like attacked things by dancing.
Number 9.
It was kind of like that.
Number 9
And again,
large.
it's a little bit like Space Channel 5 as well, I suppose. But yeah, they're trying to get 750 grand for this, and so far they're not really getting that far. I think it's got out by the time we go out about 10 days to go. So if you want a Johnny Bravo, Vince Clarke rhythm combat game,
I think that's awesome.
it
I'd
does
love to
sound
see
really
Vince
good.
Clarke
I mean,
get
they
into
haven't
more
got
video
much to
games.
show yet. They've just done like concepts and stuff, but the actual concept
I'm
of it
just
sounds
eating
quite
it.
interesting. But there's kind of a problem with Kickstarter at the moment. Is I think there's so many projects on there that there's actually been a bit of fatigue with it. There's actually loads of really good games, like the one I mentioned last week, Flying Hamster 2, that are really struggling to get funding.
So if you've got like lots of projects and lots of interest, if too many projects, it will just
Yeah,
be
it's getting
interest
to
to
the
the
point
much.
now there is like too much going on. But just I don't actually think all failed Kickstarters are actually like just like giving up straight after, because you're still getting them like still trying to work on it afterwards anyway. Plus there was sometime in the week there was a failed Kickstarter from a while back called Citizens of Earth, and it's basically it's basically done like a tribute to Earthbound, but it like stars like a president character and all these candidates or something like going around like fighting art. It's done in the same exact like
like the
style
same.
of like,
yeah.
It's got like a different art style, but it's basically Earthbound. And that one failed to get a Kickstarter money, but now it's actually being funded and it's going to be published by Atlas. So I think these things do, even if they fail, if they get enough attention, I think publishers might actually like start jumping on some of them as well. If they get like just enough, to actually just enough coverage to actually be like a really interesting idea that lots of people want. But sometimes you get games like sort of like the Boogerman Kickstarter. There were loads of people that funded it, but there just wasn't enough money.
That's a shame as well, because I was kind of looking
quite
forward to that.
Yeah, so it's kind of getting to that point now where quite a lot of good games are actually not getting funded because there's just too many. There's too many good games being come up with.
God,
stop coming
pack
up
it
with
in.
great ideas, And so hopefully that one might get at least some attention from some publishers or something. Because I'm not sure if it's going to get funded, but I think the marketing side of Kickstarter is really difficult. Obviously. Like a lot of people really struggle to get their game seen. So
I think it's a project that needs to be done. I want to see Vince Clarke in video games.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they did put up a sample of music he's done for it, so it did sound proper synth. So it is.
He recently sold
it's definitely like trademark Vince Clarke. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool. And I'm definitely getting a bit of a Space Channel 5 from it, which is enough for me. I mean, I'm hoping to maybe chip in some money for that. So. Yeah,
excellent.
I mean, to be fair, when I'm saying like lots of people ain't got the money to do it, I've gotten to the point now. When Kickstarter first started, I was funding loads of different things. Like I've funded like whole books and stuff and spent quite a bit of money on there. But now it's gotten to the point where it's like I have to be a bit fussier about what I fund because you don't realise because you don't give them the money straight away. The money only goes through if it gets funded. So you just sort of forget about them, and then 30 days later it's like, oh, this money's been taken, this money's been taken. You're like, I forgot about that.
Oh god,
I mean, sometimes you get lucky and they have like early bird deals where like you get the game cheaper if you're one of the first 1,000 people to fund it and stuff. That's what we did with maybe just smushing soft book in his face.
Don't kill yourself. He's just slobbered over it now. What's that?
Right. So
yeah,
well, we'll keep an eye on that and see how that goes. 'Cause that does sound interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. One last bit of news. There was some other thing, but I'm actually going to leave that till next week because apparently they're going to have more info about it next week. So I think I might as well just leave that for.
Oh, so it's a cliffhanger.
It's not that exciting. It's just another like research into like gamers thing. You know, like we had last week, but a different one about fanboys, basically.
About what?
About fanboys. There was an article on Kotaku. I don't know if I can go on there, but it was.
I can't stand them myself.
It was linked on Facebook, and I just had to see what it was. Researchers basically looking into the fact that fanboyism is pretty much the same chemical reaction as falling in love. So fanboys literally fall in love with their consoles.
Do you know what? I
Which,
could actually see that. Yeah. I think
Have you fallen? Does it extend?
What did you say about my Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he actually said.
You shop about my console.
Yeah, exactly. That was
PC
part of the
Master
research that like people like slagging off your console is the same thing as slagging off your girlfriend.
Yeah. That's why people get so ridiculous about it, and like PC Master Race stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, that's interesting.
Apparently, there's going to be more about it next week.
Yeah, that chemical reaction you were talking about, I know what that's called. It's called nerve growth factor, or NGF.
Yeah, I think.
It's
Yeah,
like-
I think that's what it was.
Basically, in a new relationship, it's like
Yeah,
proper
it's buzz,
pouring
yeah.
out of your brain. So you're
Yeah.
like, and then after a couple of months, you're like, I actually don't like her very much.
We've just got a wonderful insight into Phil's love life right there.
Or lack thereof.
Anyway,
Little man.
last bit of news. I don't know if you remember back when I mentioned that the voice, one of the guy that played Luigi in Super Mario Super Show passed away. And then in the same week, it was said that the voice actor of Tails from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog passed away, and then it turned out not to be the right person.
Yeah.
Sega Bits actually got contacted by the guy that did the original, who actually was Tails' voice.
Okay.
Because he was credited as Christopher Even Welch, and it actually turned out not to be him. It was a Christopher Stephen Welch. You can see how that mistake happened. Even Stephen.
Conspiracy, because they were trying to be even Steven with Luigi and being the sidekick being dead.
But yeah, because obviously
Illuminati,
when the news went out, it didn't quite add up, because obviously he was like a child in the cartoon, wasn't he? And when they looked at Christopher Even Welch's stuff, he would have been 35 when that cartoon came out. So how he would have pulled off that voice, but then it turned out it wasn't him.
Right.
But my mate Barry, who is one of the writers at Sega Bits, he actually got contacted by the original voice actor, and he gave him a bit of insight into what it was like playing as Tails, because he was mainly an actor for commercials, and he actually stopped acting when he was 13. He actually just works in like insurance or something, like a food company or something. But he was saying about how when he recorded that, he was only 10 years old, and he never actually recorded side by side with Jaheel Wright, Sonic's voice. He was in like a different studio, but he did work with Gary Clarke, who was Grounder's voice, Philip Hayes, who was Scratch, and then Long John Baldry, who was Robotnik's voice.
Oh yeah.
So he was actually in cahoots with the villains the whole time. Sonic's actually a bit of a loner, because Tails is like, I'm just going to go and jam with them guys. Did you actually know about Long John Baldry?
Was he a pirate?
He was a blues singer since the 60s.
Yeah, I heard that.
He actually sung with like Rod Stewart and Elton John back in the day. He was quite.
So wait a minute, this original sort of like TV series or whatever had this wonderful opportunity to have Eggman sing a little ditty.
I think
And
he did
He
sing.
did, he did sing a few times, didn't he?
Oh, that's brilliant.
He was
I
an
love it.
amazing voice actor. That is my favourite Robotnik.
He
And I
was a
think that
brilliant Robotnik.
That cartoon was what got me into Sonic before
Yeah.
even the games. That was.
Well, that's one
When
of
I
the
saw the
first
cartoon, I was like, there's
things
video
I watched
games.
back in the day. Yeah, I love that show.
I think
We're
when
talking
I
about the original
I think when I saw
Adventures
the
of.
I think when I saw the video games, I was like, oh, it's video games of that cartoon.
Oh, brilliant.
But-
I hate
That was
them
my
all.
attitude to Pokemon, actually. Oops.
You got to see the Double Dragon one done by Dick.
Oh my
Because they were doing all of them back in the day.
Yeah.
Dick.
But for some reason, most of them were really crap. But that one in particular was really good.
Sonic was
It's because
good.
they had a lot.
Double
Of,
Dragon sucked.
it's because they had a lot of good, good talent on that cartoon. Some of the artists and that actually quite good animators and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But have you ever seen the pilot episode? They actually got
No.
in. One of the animators was someone that worked with Disney back in the 40s. He was like a proper veteran.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But Long John Baldry passed away back in 2005, and he was like a big time.
And they never found his booty.
Long John.
Just tweets, that's what you mean by pilot.
Maybe it was hidden in his long johns.
Oh,
Can
fuck
we move
him.
on, please?
Just
I
fuck.
think they would check there before burying him.
Yeah, I just thought that was a cool little insight to like
Yeah.
processing in an old cartoon, basically.
Yeah.
Just randomly brought that out.
Cool. News. Song. Let's have another song.
Yeah, let's have a
I want a break so I can have a slash and a drink.
Not at the same time.
One comes after the other.
Recycling.
Rather Leaf Zone from Sonic 3.
Rather
From Sonic and Knuckles, sorry, not from Sonic 3. It would be from Sonic 3 and
you plug it on
Knuckles.
top.
I think we'll go with Act 2. I mean, we went with Act 2.
We went with.
That was Act 2.
We just listened to it totally.
Yep.
Cool. You have to make a racket, little man. We're a bit busy doing podcasts.
He wants a song
actually
as
kind
well.
of ruined on that song a little bit because Stacey showed me a version of that where they put Lady Gaga lyrics over the top of it, and now I can't unhear it.
Even he went no.
I can't unhear it now. It's really annoying. It's like I listen to it now. It's like, oh,
Alright, so we're moving on to what have we been playing?
Hold on,
Oh, yes, Simon has a bit of extra news that he neglected to mention before.
I didn't
In
have
the
time.
news
I
segment.
was too busy.
I couldn't get it in edgewise. But there's
What
some
she
new.
said.
There's a new. There's a new Sid Meier's game. Sid Meier's? Sid Meier's? I don't know. This goes good. Sid Meier's game.
Sid Cunt. Right, what is
Some
it?
kind of new civilization. I think it's still the Civilization series, but this time it's going to be in space.
Ah, yeah, I've heard of that.
Every one of us. Every one.
It's the logical next step, really, because once we've colonised Earth, then
Yeah.
well, we've colonised Earth like 5 times over now.
So space, like we're doing right now.
Wait a minute, is it me or are there awful lot of space games coming out? Space exploration, space civilization.
Space Minecraft.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a game kind of like
Hasn't
that.
that always been the case with like games?
Phil's been
Always
playing
been obsessed
Starbound
with
lately.
space.
Ah, I've been playing a bit of that.
So good.
But there was another game, like a 3D one,
Minecraft?
like Minecraft style.
Oh, I don't know
in
what you
space.
mean. I can't
You
remember
build
the
a
name of it.
spaceship and then you
Yeah.
crash
Kerbal?
into them.
Is it the Kerbal Space Program thing?
No,
Oh, no, that's not
That's
Minecraft.
building a rocket.
I can't remember, but it's a very basic, still alpha version. They'll get bored and not continue developing the game after like a couple of months. Probably. But there is some Minecraft variant of that where you go around getting resources to add to your ship and stuff. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it's ever going to be finished, this game. I think they'll just get bored of it and let the project die.
Well, we're making money. Let's not bother.
Well,
Let's
apparently
just
they
throw
haven't.
it away the bin.
Apparently they haven't done a Starbound update for fucking ages, so I'm hoping they're not getting bored of that because I won't be getting bored of it. I want them to make it so that you can build your ship up and make it bigger.
Yeah, because you're a bit
Maybe
limited.
they're
You
working
build
on
your
a big-
ship.
Maybe they're working on a big update and they're just
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
That'd be nice.
Because it does feel a little bit limiting in that respect that you build. Yeah, your
I'm
ship,
half
you can't
tempted
do
to
anything with
email
it.
the people who made it and say like, you know, I'm not trying to ask for insider news, but I just want to know what's going on because like I don't think they've released one since like July of last year or something.
Really?
Oh,
Crikey.
okay. Is that still early access, that game? Or is
Yeah, still considered early access.
I wonder if any games are just going to be forever early access
know.
at this point.
I'm thinking Edge of Space because
I mean,
they're updating that
Mercenary
constantly.
King's
Still
finally
shit.
became an actual
You can do
game
multiplayer
last
in
month,
Starbound,
so-
can't you?
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to try and hop on there sometime.
Ooh, then we can have a joint of what you've been playing.
Yeah. What have we been playing?
Well, yes.
Ooh.
Speaking about what we've been playing, let's move on to that segment, shall we?
Yeah.
What?
Good segue, well done.
Who's
I've
been
been
playing
playing
Showcase.
Guacamelee lately. It's really good. It's fantastic. I've actually, on the subject of the maker of Johnny Bravo, I got the skin to play as Johnny Bravo.
I saw that, yeah.
It's really good.
Steamworks stuff's really good for that, isn't it? Just like make new skins.
Yeah.
I think there was one for like Knuckles from Sonic Boom or something on there or something.
Well, there's
Well done.
there's Nacho Libre and there's Nicolas Cage.
Oh God.
Are you going to go
Oh,
to
no.
steal the Declaration of Independence?
The internet.
Anyway, yeah. So, I'm sort of freakishly good at it. Well, I'm not like the best in the world, but it's not the sort of game I'd expect to be good at. Well, I don't know. It's similar sort of mechanics to like Smash Brothers in that it's
The
like
combat is,
yeah.
I thought that when
So I
played
suppose
it, yeah.
because of that, I seem to be sort of practiced, I guess, in that kind of gameplay. And I felt like I speed ran through the game. I don't know if I did, but I
Definitely
completed
got a lot
it in
of
like one night.
achievements.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw a big pile of achievements on your
Yeah.
on the activity. So
I just went for it, and yeah, it's really, really good game.
yeah.
I can't really explain how you'd have to just at least watch a trailer or
Yeah.
try and play it if you can. But it's just, I don't know. It's like Smash Brothers, like
Yeah.
combat, but it's like a Metroidvania style
Mm.
game. So
Yeah.
it's all about exploration,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of backtracking. Like you'll get a new power up, and you'll be like, oh, there was a bit earlier I could have done and used that, and then you get power ups for your character and stuff like that.
So it's like Subspace Emissary, but good.
Yes. Yeah, Subspace Emissary was not good. It's really not good.
I want
Yeah, so it's very good.
Yeah.
I'd rate it a positive 9.
A positive note.
Well, that's like 9 plus.
I didn't realise that would be popular when I did it the first time.
If anyone's put off when they see videos of it and there's like all the memes in the background.
Yeah,
posters,
don't
no,
be put off
it
by
doesn't affect the gameplay in any
The game
way.
is actually
It's
amazing.
literally just a hub world and
Yeah.
that's about it.
It's a bit like Borderlands, really. You have to sort
Yeah.
of close your ears and plug your ears.
Exactly,
to
yeah.
all
I was like that with
Yeah.
Guacamelee because I was like,
to squint your ears.
at the first hurdle, the name of the game, Guacamelee, you're like, oh, this is funny, yeah. And then I was just thinking it was going to be crammed with, like you say, Borderlands style meme humour, and it is
Yeah.
in ways. Like,
And it is.
but I mean, there's a bit where you fight one of the there's a bit where you fight one of the bosses, and she says, "Sorry, but your princess is in another castle."
Oh,
and you're like, "Duh, duh."
That's never
But
been done.
but if you can get
Fine.
past all that, it's a great game. Very good, very
Mm.
good, very good, very good game.
I thought it had a really nice
very good
animation
game.
style as well. Really like
Yeah, God.
that developer's actually working on a new game at the moment. So far, it's just like a touchscreen game, but it actually looks really freaking good. It's like a
Mm.
combat game where you're swiping at different parts of the enemies and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It looks
But
really
yeah, I mean,
good.
it-
same kind of art style, but it's got to be more serious, like not so much junky.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really nice.
But I mean, it's one of those games where it really is focused on the
He goes away.
the actual gameplay aspect of it.
Mm.
It's like it looks simple but still bloody lovely,
Yeah.
and the gameplay is perfectly tight. You know, it's
Yeah.
really
What did you think of the
Smooth. It's very
soundtrack?
smooth.
I mean, I've only played it for an hour, so I haven't
it's
got
great.
through the
It's
rest of-
pretty much.
Yeah.
There's not many songs to it, but each
Mm.
one's like a funky little, flamenco style.
Yeah, but with like a little bit of a techno twist in places.
Yeah. It's really good. I love it.
Ooh.
What happened there?
I wonder how loud that came out.
Can you hiss?
He was stood right next to the mic.
Yeah, it was.
Bad boy,
He hissed
get
right
out.
into the mic.
Go on, shoot.
Our cat.
He's like, I want to see what I've been
Bad.
playing. I've been playing
Bad.
Dirt in the
Nice.
Corner. And
Dirt in the corner.
yeah, bit of dust.
I've been playing
Just
pen
to-
lid
Just
around
to
the
explain
floor.
to people, my cat got a bit pissed.
Whoa.
Ooh. Naughty.
Whoa.
Ooh, you got a spank.
He got a Pingu style spank in the bum.
Toki is Pingu.
Animal cruelty podcast.
Well, he's acting like a pissy teenager.
Like a finger.
Anyway,
Other than-
Oh, God, see that, son?
Other than Guaca Fantastic, I've been playing Diablo 2 again because
Oh wow.
I felt like it.
That's a good old game.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Torchlight 2 and it's a bloody awesome game, but I just don't have this sort of the enthusiasm for it at the moment. I will again one day, but yeah, I was just trying to think of like, because I had a free weekend, I was thinking, oh, what can I play that will really like something I can dive into? And I was asking my mate Rick, and he said he actually suggested Diablo 2, and I was like, yeah, actually, I
That'd
haven't
be
played
easy
that
to
in
pick
ages.
up. I do love the sound effects, just when you get through the game, like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I haven't played it for years and I don't know what you're talking about.
Just on Diablo 2, like you get to this point in the game where you're killing the enemies pretty quickly generally, and they don't quite have time to finish the sound effects of dying before you kill the next guy, so you just invariably hear.
Are you talking about that map where there's all those cows with the battle axes?
That's
was
one part. That's my iPod making noises.
Tell your iPod to shush. Have you? And then Phil, have you managed?
Sweet nothings.
Phil, have you managed to get to
She's
that special
fine.
map with
She's
lots of
fine.
cows and battle axes?
No, I've literally, I say I was going to dive into it all weekend, but I ended up playing Guacamelee instead.
Oh.
But
David
I've only played about 8 or 9 hours, I think. So it's a fair amount of time, but it's not far enough to really be out of the first area just yet. So.
Oh, you haven't got Deckard Cain yet?
No, I'm literally just on my way to do
Deck
that.
of Cain, is that just
Deck
like
card.
deck?
I know.
Oh,
I know
thought you
it's-
said deck of Cain, like just decking someone with a cane.
I know.
I
know
give
it's
you the deck
a.
of Cain.
I know it's a quest, but stay a while and listen. Oh my God, he says that
The
every
first
single
guy
time.
who
Every single time. Yes.
The first guy who talks to you in the game
Yeah,
is
that's my
Maze,
time.
the same voice actor as Maze from Fable 1.
Ah.
I'm not going to put a Phil stamp of guarantee on that, but I can really say it sounds exactly like it. It's like, try not to throw up, I thought you had a stronger stomach than that. That's what he says in Fable 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, citation very much needed. But I hope so, because, you know, I like it when people are featured, like their voices are featured in more than one game.
You like it when they get jobs and work and
Yeah,
money and
I
things.
like repetition.
repetition.
Like David Hayter, maybe a bit too much repetition. I'm in everything!
He got missed out of the new one, didn't he? They changed the voice actor. It's a big travesty.
I like David Hayter's voice of Snake.
I David hate him.
So what class?
Haters gonna hate.
Oh.
David.
Oh yeah, moving on.
Humour.
I resisted that one. It was
Maybe
in my
not
brain and I went,
Humour.
Moving on. Phil, what class have you elected to
I'm
play?
He's still on
Druid.
Phil.
A druid.
Yeah, because, you know, werewolf and it's cool and you can and kill stuff. So yeah, it's good. I like it.
Okay.
Diablo, Tom, what have you been playing?
Me?
Yeah.
Not too much this week.
Good, Kat, what have you been playing?
I grabbed
Moving on.
the PS2. I've been looking for the Tomb Raider anniversary on the Xbox for a little while now because all the G-Birds are like, yeah, Tomb Raider. It's a remake of the original game, but I managed to track down a copy of it on the PS2. And I think I actually quite like it on the PS2. I think it kind of works.
is it like a special edition? Isn't it quite a
Yeah,
chunky box?
it's not in the best condition in the world, but all the discs are there, and the main disc of it was in not nice condition. But I got
It's
the
a
guy to
special
clean it.
edition, but it's not in special condition.
So I've got
Phil
the
will
disc
be
fix
leaving
it, it
soon.
all looks good and everything. So I'll give you
Condition
chuck with it, it's
special.
only £4. Yeah, so it's a collector's edition of that, and it's really, really good on the PS2. Now, I'm played it. I've been
That's
looking
quite
for it.
surprising. Usually the PS2 versions are usually the weaker version.
Yeah.
Wasn't it on Xbox 360 as well?
It was on 360.
I think
The
it's
Wii
on
version
Wii
looks
as well.
quite
The Wii one's
interesting.
supposed to be really good actually.
Yeah, they've added like
actually,
weird extra
add some
features.
other stuff,
Yeah, it looks quite interesting.
Wii
I
version.
made my choice between that one or on the PS2. What?
Weird extra features. Like, you said it.
You're not
You
in.
sounded like that.
No, not.
Weird extra features. For sure.
Let's dwell on that. So,
Yeah, but you did say.
I really like the PS2 version. I think it really works. Graphically, you know, you can tell it's a late PS2 game. So they've done that thing that PS2 games do, where it's like to hide any of like the sort of not nice looking bits, they just make it shinier.
Didn't they do that on the Xbox when it first came out?
I think so.
I remember playing Guitar Hero and Oblivion when the when the Xbox wasn't out for that long, and I was thinking everyone's laminated.
Yeah.
They do that a little bit with Assassin's Creed, you said, as well. I noticed that there was a sort
They
of a
kind
bit
of
of.
do that with the current next gen stuff as well. You know, the PS4 and Xbox One games. They look more or less the same as previous gen stuff.
They will.
But they've
They will
added
for a while.
more particles.
Yeah.
That's the main.
More particle
That's the
effects
main
and
gimmick
shiny
element.
things.
Just millions of birds in the sky.
Well, that's what it'll be
dust
for a while.
everywhere.
It'll take probably, I'd say, about 2 years until you really
Yeah.
start seeing the gap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
And then you'll be like, wow, Minecraft 2 is amazing.
Minecraft 2? I don't want Minecraft 2.
There won't be a Minecraft.
realistically.
It'll be called Morecraft.
It'll be called Yourcraft instead of Minecraft.
Your crowd.
Oh, me in this room.
I don't feel
In my
well.
own house.
Because Warcraft is so much better. The level of maturity in this game, ladies and gentlemen. It was a fart song.
He carried on.
Did you not hear how long it went on for?
No, I don't think I was close enough.
You'll hear it when you listen back.
Close enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the mic will pick up every second.
Oh,
God.
Don't feed
Where
Tom.
was we?
Oh, we
Tomb
descended
Raider.
into playground.
I don't even care where we were anymore. Tom likes Tomb Raider Anniversary.
Anyway, as I said, I never got a chance to play the remake before, and friends of mine got it once, and I was watching him play it, and he just sort of turned it off straight away. He just went, I don't like it. They've
He's
changed
not
it.
your friend, he's a dick.
Well, he's not, he was at
He
my
was
he
at the
was
time.
at the time, and yeah, he was going, I don't like it. He gave up on it really quick, like to the point where like the walls at the start were annoying him. He was like, it's not the same.
Walls.
Not the same.
Ah,
He was getting,
changed the texture.
and basically what they've done, there's a little note to the fans on the main menu, and it sort of says like, right,
my anniversary happens.
so it's like, yeah, it's been 10 years since the first, we're remaking it, money, 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 and he said we managed
It's
to.
all you.
We wanted to keep the bits that everyone remembers and recognises, but at the same time we want to change it up a bit.
Yeah.
And I think
That's probably a good thing
Attractive.
considering how the original Tomb Raider kind of aged.
yeah, I know it did. Yeah, so that's my
Was it
kind of remake.
control-wise?
That's my kind of remake. I don't like copy and paste jobs. I like it when you do something.
Yeah.
Whether you hit the
So-
nail on the head or not, you're
Would
not
you
just
say it's
copy
more like
and
the GameCube version of the original Resident Evil? You know, they did the remake on GameCube. Is it like that?
paste. No. It's more like a whole other game, really,
Oh,
but with loads of bits you recognise. Now the control scheme is that new engine that they use from Legends onwards. So it's Legends, Anniversary, and then
Do you have the
Underworld.
Indiana Jones whip?
Yes, you do. Yes, yeah. the city grapple hook thing and all that. So one thing I will say is because that engine, the controls and the camera are a bit naff, but yeah, everything you remember from the first game, the combat's actually quite good. Yeah, it's quite basic, but yeah, just like the original was, you just jump and shoot basically. So yeah, the level design and the kind of combat really does it for me. I think it's a really good game. Now, another thing I will say though, apart from the controls being a bit of a pain and the camera really getting on your tits when you're trying to do stuff, they also put silly QTEs in, really silly ones. Like there's a whole bit where at the end of, I think it's like the third
It's up a bit
stage.
by taking control away and just
Yeah,
put button prompts on.
that
It's
is a
freaking-
bit of a problem, isn't it? There's a bit that's usually a boss fight. You fight the American guy Larson at the end of like the third level, I think it is, and he's got like a shotgun. I think they've taken all of that away.
Spoiler.
Shut up! It's 10 years. Well, no, it's 20 years old now.
Spoiler.
10-year-old game based on a 20-year-old game.
So
It's about time for another one.
that whole
Well,
Tomb Raider remake.
anniversary remastered.
Anniversary.
So yeah, that whole boss fight was taken out. It's just a couple of QTEs. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake! It was like, you just sort of press circle while she kicks the guy over and nicks his shotgun. It's like, for Christ. Beforehand, it was really cool because you think you've done everything on the level. You come out of the water and you go, that was good. And this guy goes, you go, oh.
And then there's a bit where she almost gets raped, but she manages to get away, and everyone was all like, ooh, on the forums about it.
Objectification of women.
I want to see a man getting almost bummed instead.
That whole thing about that scene is when Stacey was playing that game, when that scene happened, she failed it the first time with QTE. And
So she got raped?
No,
Oh.
no, he breaks her neck.
Oh.
Does he?
And then
I think
rapes
so.
her.
No.
When does the rape happen?
Exactly, it's just bollocks. It's just
Yeah.
because his hand
More
hovers. Because he hover hands her a bit. People thought it was implied rape. But when, if you fail the scene...
Of a penis.
I'm gonna snap your neck.
That's alright. You're allowed to do that, but you're not allowed to put a
if
willy.
it was breaking her neck or just beating her up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have thought that at least after he broke her neck, like the camera would fade out. So there's like a heavy implication of naughtiness.
No, the whole thing
I
that annoyed me
dream of
about
these
that
things.
is the whole thing that annoyed me about that is it wasn't
Dream
even
about
Drowning.
how is it objectification of women when it's a real world
That's
you know
bad.
thing that happened? It doesn't make any sense. You put it in a film and that's all right, but you put it in a video game and suddenly something's wrong. Just the whole thing.
You
pisses me
control
off.
the rape.
Yeah. You know what I mean? The whole thing just doesn't make sense. It's how it's a realistic thing that
I want
happen.
to play Rape Simulator.
Oh, fuck's sake!
You
I'm
sure
just-
about that?
It would probably
There's a
be
game
really
called
boring
Rape
and
Play,
grindy,
isn't
like every
there?
other simulator.
Yeah, there's a Japanese game.
That's
called
not a
Rape
simulator
Play.
though, because the characters are so deformed looking that they don't even look like humans
Oh,
anymore.
kawaii desu!
Really monstrosities.
So yeah, I'm playing too, right?
It's somehow devolved into a rape discussion.
Because I'm in the room.
Yeah.
Kat, what have you been playing?
I've just been playing boring
Minecraft.
old Minecraft. Move on.
Alright, Simon, what have you been playing?
What have you been up to
Yeah.
on Minecraft?
What have you been
Minecraft-
doing?
It's not that interesting.
There's a lot within the game.
Really not that interesting. It's a bit
I
like
built
watching
a
a let's
house.
play of Minecraft.
How
You
many
go,
dirt
dot,
castles have you built?
That's it.
Dirt castles.
Dirt castles.
I've actually been working on basically. I made this house I found a map with 4 villages in it, 2 desert temples, pretty good. And then I sort of made my house in this village. I started digging to make a basement, and I put my house above a ravine.
Above a ravine. That sounds dangerous.
An underground ravine.
Like erosion.
Like it looked like a
Terrible
normal patch.
idea.
It looked like a normal patch of grass. So I
If
sort
you
of
get a
go,
bit of bad weather, your foundations are gonna be gone.
I know. So I was really sort of like, actually, normally finding a ravine is like, oh, that's happy, you can go down to the bottom, usually find diamond. I was actually a bit miffed because there was no room for my basement.
Just popping downstairs. I haven't put the stairs in yet.
It was a bit like that.
That's
to start
last step to doozy.
So,
I do.
so I've basically like sort of my house, and then I've got a basement, and then like basically there's some ladder down to the bottom of the ravine.
To the middle of the earth.
There's an ladder to the bottom of the ravine.
And then I'm trying to make like a rail track and sort of have it stop off at interesting destinations like Modern Age and whatnot.
You should
And-
make like Benfleet Station. And then
Block by
Leon
block.
C. Yeah, then you should make Leon C Station and like
I was going to ask you,
Benfleet Station.
if we go on creative mode, do you
Yeah,
fancy
Benfleet
starting
Station.
with Sidenine and
We
working
should
our way
make
out to
references
make
to
Varden
local
Fell
areas.
in Minecraft?
Yeah, sure.
Varden
Oh my god.
Fell.
That'd be
There's
easier said than
Vardencraft.
Sorry.
done. Easier said than done.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, but we're sad people.
we like
100
moral
hours.
hours.
I will. I'm most looking forward to doing like Pelagia because it's a lovely little town. Really nice rural little town. So
You've had relationships that have lasted less time than yours with Minecraft, with Morrowind.
what the fuck is he talking about?
Sort of had a bit of a seizure while you were there.
So processing him.
I was trying to
Terry Wogan. It's like he's being possessed by Terry
Because it was
Wogan.
meant to be
You've
such.
had
We need to get
some
most
relationships.
It was meant to be such a shitty, terrible, crappy joke that I didn't want to kind of say it properly. But then I said it so badly.
We should have gone there.
Then it wasn't quite legible. I was trying to say that you've had relationships that have lasted less time than the time you spent playing Morrowind. But it's not very appropriate or correct.
Well, I've just come out of a 9-month one. So
Yeah, how many hours is that?
Come on, compared to Morrowind.
Next time a girl comes on to you, go, no, I've been betrayed before, back to Morrowind. That's the only thing that's
You'll
stuck
never
with
let me down. Just Morrowind in a little dress.
And then suddenly, like, the error box comes up and it's like, Morrowind, you too!
Morrowind just crashed your computer. It's just blue screens.
Well,
Forever.
Forever.
You can never play it again.
It just says on the screen, blue screen forever.
well, I'm off to chuck myself off a bridge. Okay, now we've depressed Phil.
Oh, sorry.
That was cool.
It's alright. Simon's the arsehole.
It wasn't meant to be aimed at anybody. It was only because Phil happened to have the 600 hours. Was it 600
No,
hours?
he's got the
it's
600
me.
hours.
Oh, Tommy. So yeah, sorry.
He's got 600 hours on TCA 5
Oh,
and
you
a
got
stable
200 hours. Sorry.
Yeah.
and a stable functional relationship.
I know, and that's the thing. I can't make mistakes about.
Tom just did the so-so hand motion.
Cat just did the punch in the shoulder action.
And
We
now
have a
nothing.
child!
We have a child, you know.
Forever.
Okay, so anything more to add on to your Minecraft
Bullshit.
adventures?
I was gonna say it.
You've got a ladder in a ravine in the basement and nothing else.
The basement of a ravine.
Yeah.
You got a
that makes-
Fritzl basement down there?
Don't! No, it's just gonna have. Well, it's probably gonna have my bed in it because I haven't got enough room in
See,
the upstairs.
Well, sorry, one thing I have to say that I really want to get back into Minecraft for, because I come up with the weirdest
Yeah, we want to build
ideas. Well, yeah, there was that, but I come
he
up with
wants to
some
make
really
another
weird
quarry.
ones. No, I do quarries. I like.
He's made a
I'm just
quarry.
thinking of like really nasty playthroughs. Like, you remember that one I wanted to do, which I was going to build a battery farm, which was going to be like
Yeah.
tiny
That was my
fenced off
idea.
chickens. And then, all right,
I
yeah.
actually started doing it, didn't I? Like in my house, I had a little chicken coop.
Well, how about this one, right? I want to load up a
How'd you
world,
get the eggs?
and I want to
I had
clear
to
out.
open the gate.
I want to load up a world, and I want to clear
And then
out.
I got
I
more
want to find a
chickens.
forest biome.
Yeah.
I want to completely flatten it,
Oh.
which, as you know, will take ages.
Okay,
And in its
so-
place, I want to build a massive Asda with car park.
An Asda.
I like doing dickhead
Are you actually
playthroughs.
going to make it so you can walk in there and it's got all the products in
So
like-
why am I thinking of Sin
Melons and
City
stuff.
here? With every
Melons
few
and
trees you cut down, there's a little
All the
cutscene
staff
about
of them
Oh, yeah.
protests.
all the staff could be them Squidward things.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sort of like basically like build it around a village or something like that. So you've got
Yeah,
all the
no.
Squidwards inside.
No, yeah, 'cause
Build a byway going through the forest. Right, we're going to flatten this square here.
No. You
No,
can
what
better than an Asda. Make it a little.
what I was going to say is under the floorboards
Cheaper.
you could put hundreds of doors so that the villagers would spawn, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it'd just be full of villagers and there could be Asda workers.
And make sure the door's always locked except for you. Like, you know, you have to pull a lever because they'll never think to do that, and then your Squidwards will never escape.
They'll be trapped forever.
Forever.
Anyone who gets the
Forever.
Squidward reference there gets a
But the
pie.
problem with the door spawning thing is that eventually you're going to get an iron golem in your Asda. What are you going to do then?
Security guards.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Or people at Walmart.
Once on that side.
Right, done. We've made silly
Asda.
Minecraft jokes. Is that it? Any more?
Well, I'm going to be getting a motherboard soon, and I'll fix my computer and I'll be able to play more computer
Minecraft
games.
on the PC.
Yeah!
You can go from playing it on the Xbox to playing it on PC.
I'll play
You
something
really
more
want a
interesting
horse,
by next week. The podcast really should be inspiring you to stop playing Minecraft and Sims.
Yeah.
Mostly it just wants me to get back to Guacamelee and maybe play some Morrowind later.
Well, it's all set up now.
So moving on then, Simon.
I
what
want to
have
be
you
in
been
Breton.
Just putting that out there.
Not on Morrowind, just in real life. Yes, we've been expecting you.
It's
Sorry.
dangerous to go
Simon.
home. Take
Right.
this.
Take this.
playing? So, Simon, what have you been playing?
I'm still playing. I'm still playing a bit of Disgaea. I've got about 80 hours now. Got a few more hours on the flight here actually. Just finishing off my second.
Oh, is it the DS one?
Yeah. I'm just finishing off the second playthrough now. So my guys are getting like 75.
All beefy and
75.
shit.
Everyone between like 50
You
and
must lean
75.
through.
Do you have Etna mode on the PS?
I'm unlocking it this time round, yeah. Like, I didn't realise what I had to do the first time round. I was like, oh, I missed that. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, next time I'll try Etna mode.
Etna mode is brilliant. I love Etna mode.
I'm looking forward to that, and I don't know much about it other than it exists. So
I'm not going to spoil it.
Other than it exists.
I know it exists, that's for sure.
The song in the credits is phenomenal.
It exists.
I can't remember Etna mode.
It was like a
It's
sort
on
of harder
PSP.
story mode. It was pretty cool.
It was on the PSP and DS.
All I know is
That'll be
how
why
it
they had
begins.
played
That at the beginning, like the normal storyline, you're about to shoot. She's about to shoot the heart.
Oh yeah, doesn't she?
And then it's like, oh, nothing. And then this one, he goes, hey, what are you doing? And she does shoot him.
Still kills it.
All right, right, let's go with this. I guess I'm the king now, or I'm the overlord now.
What are you doing?
It's a brilliant take. It's a brilliant take on the storyline. It adds so much more depth to sort of like the proper story as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
No, I
From what I
very
saw,
much
it
more
looked pretty
interesting.
cool. Yeah.
I'm really
It was like
looking
hard
forward to that.
mode, wasn't it?
It was very, very hard. It was impossibly hard. If you thought like the original game was.
That's
was
good
hard.
because I'm finding the second playthrough when you've already done
Oh yeah,
quite a lot.
it's ridiculous.
It's
You can
really easy.
Enemy difficulty
I've
and stuff
done it
like
a
that,
couple
but
of
yeah.
times, but even with the mages, you can do like 1800 damage in just one spell. And
Well, don't worry too
that's
much because
what I damage.
item worlds and Cave of Ordeals and all that sort of stuff will keep you on your toes with
So
difficulty.
I'm trying to unlock all the stuff through actual
It's
votes,
quite
not
hard,
actually because you can do it. Win it by force, where you force the electors to vote in favour of something. But I'm trying to do it all legitimately by bribing them, but it's a nightmare. It takes ages to do that.
I actually did it that way, believe it or not. It took forever. It really
need
was.
so many
Stop it.
You need so many items to bribe them. I wish.
I think you did mention the word future.
Did you know that there's a special shop in
Or
the item world where you can buy special
Or chocolate.
special bribery items for.
Oh, really?
I think they
That's the
did.
second game, isn't it?
No.
They might have brought it in for the PSP version. They brought in a lot of
I
sort
don't
of weird
think there was
stuff.
that in the DS version.
There's no sort of special rooms. There's no.
Like you have the item general and stuff like that, and
Yes.
specialist.
So you don't have green portals that take you to a room.
No.
Oh,
None
you
of
should
that.
play. You should play Disgaea 2.
What
It's
is
much
interesting in
better.
the DS version, I don't
Disgaea
think
2 is best Disgaea.
it wasn't in the PSP, was it? I think it was just a DS version, but you can unlock some of the characters from 2.
Oh, what, like Adele?
Yeah.
I think you might be able to do that in the PSP.
Adele.
Yeah, your main character in 2 is called Adele. And
That's
he's a
weird.
pain.
I just happened to call one of my characters Adele, and
He's a man as well.
oh, okay, that's what I did. But I accidentally found that what's his name? That kind of semi-secret character on the DS version. You know when you talk to the Prinny who lets you go to the what should we call it? He's a mascot. That's his class. But you go to the Prinny on the first at the very beginning in the startup area in the hub.
Yeah.
You go to the I think it's a Prinny or something. Or no, it's the guy because it's only become the Prinny afterwards. You go to him to go to the what do you call it? The place for the elections where you want to get things passed.
Assembly, yeah.
The assembly. You go to that. You go to him on the first before you do any mission,
Yeah.
and he goes, you found me, and then he joins your party.
Oh.
And
Is
he's
that
a
an
mascot.
extra thing, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's on the DS version, but you go. You can only do it before you do the first mission, and then he joins you, and he's a really good guy. He's good with the gun. And he has
Prinnies are only really good for throwing at the at the
No,
start.
no,
No,
he's
I
not
worked
Prinny.
really hard on my
Yeah,
Prinnies,
that's
they
what
were
I mean. If
bloody
you work
good.
hard, they
Yeah.
get really good.
And
But at the
he's-
start, they're good for throwing at people.
That's
Oh,
right.
right, yeah.
But now he's not a Prinny, he's a mascot. And it's a mascot class, he's the only one of that class. It's very strange.
Does he still blow up when you throw him?
No, he's not a Prinny. Just Prinny replaces
Is it
him.
a
right
girl
now.
with a red bow?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's not her, no, I know.
But that's the
he's
official
got blue.
mascot.
He's got blue hair. It's the guy that you talk to when you want to go to the Dark Assembly. It's
Wait.
that guy.
It sounds like Play Knife.
Maybe.
And that's a girl. Playing her as a girl.
Oh, whatever.
and she's
Girl
there.
then.
Okay, whatever. We've
No, I've got pictures.
fucking hell. We've officially gone on for ages about
That's a
something that
mess.
probably not many people would do.
Anyway.
You actually get plain air in your party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you do get playing.
She's a newsreader in the second game.
Cat's checking out the manga.
But very good at evading. I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
That's playing her. It's a girl.
Okay,
The manga must be
sorry.
very accurate for that to look exactly like it does in the
Oh,
game.
there, yeah.
Anyway, besides that, what else have I been playing? A little bit of Europa Universalis, which I know is my thing, nobody else's.
The world.
It's I think I talked about it last time. It was it's this very deep history simulator
Oh,
where you kind of
It's away
you
from
take the role of a medieval nation from like 1400s, and then you determine how it pans out with colonization, with warfare, diplomacy, moral marriages, that kind
Right
of
up
So
your
it's
alley.
like
stuff.
Civilization.
Very much my kind of thing. Yeah.
It sounds a lot like Civilization.
No, it's far deeper. Like you've
Like black and white.
not exactly. deeper.
Yeah, that's much deeper.
You need to go deep.
Almost deep.
That's
my love for my fans.
And there was one other game, but I can't remember what it was.
Timber.
That's mainly what I've been playing. I haven't been too impressed with the games in gold on Xbox.
Oh god, what was it? Shitman Absolution was the
Yeah, I
last
think I
one.
played it for. I think I picked it up for half an hour.
Man,
I've downloaded it because I don't like the games, but I downloaded it just in case it's any good, but I still haven't bothered. That you just reminded me actually, we should check that it'll be another one. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would have
today.
called it
I get that with PSN Plus when I did have it as
There
well.
was something
You get
similar
to the
to
point
it,
where you have
like-
so many free games that you have to actually be a bit
Oh,
fussy
I
about
agree.
ones you download from nothing. And it's like, maybe
Yeah.
like, I could download this for nothing, but
Then I had to actually show
I
some.
can't be bothered to wait for it to
Yeah,
download
exactly.
and even attempt to play it.
And I've been playing a lot, of course, Advance Wars. Quite a lot of Advance Wars. Yeah, I played right
Yes,
the way
because
through.
we've been chatting about having a bit of verses
dance.
on that.
Yeah.
Having a bit of a dance.
Tom gave me the bug for it. Yeah.
The bug.
Because
I just picked it up out of nowhere. I just went, oh, you know, I got my old computer running, and it was an emulation. But I only had GBA cartridge, but I stepped on
Do you
it,
know
and
what
the
you-
battery inside is knackered,
Oh.
so I can
Yeah,
fix
a bit of
it.
a dance
but-
on it.
You know what you could do? I just had a brainstorm of an idea.
Brain spunk.
What you could do is, like, say with Advance Wars where it's like turn-based, you could literally, one of you plays it for a bit and has your turn, and then you make a save state, and then you email the save state to the other guy, he does his turn, and it would take forever, but
Wow.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah,
They do that
wow.
with chess, don't they?
Yeah.
This
They
is
email each
amazing.
other, or you know, take whatever the.
It's alright,
In
Tom.
fact, no,
You
with
were emulating it, but now you're just emulating it officially.
with Civilization 4, there is actually an option to play like that. Play by email, where it'll email it, and then you'll click on the game and it'll connect to your whatever email host you have, like, but actually to the server. It'll download
So you could
the
play games through MSN.
kind of, but it does it only for the
Online
email
game.
servers, and it will load up the file, and then you'll carry on like that, and it'll save it in this
Would take
emailable
forever.
I
format.
don't know if anyone's
It
done
would,
that
I
like
don't know.
Worms
It
or
would with a
something.
big game anyway. Yeah, like Worms.
Yeah, let's work with a game like Worms. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But imagine that you were like
See,
6
I
players.
knew it
or
would
something.
have to have already had existed.
Yeah, no, that's
It's me
Yeah.
thinking I'm all unique and cool.
Someone's already done it.
So yeah,
People playing Pokemon like that.
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, we talk about
But
you
yeah,
got the Advance Wars. Bug.
So yeah, I've been playing through Advance. I played all the way through Advance Wars 2 actually, like from start to finish.
I'm stuck
managed-
on that last bloody mission.
It's really easy just with bombers.
Easy. It's not really easy,
No,
is
with
it?
bombers it is. Like you can do it in like 11 days. Like,
11
you-
days.
Something like that. Maybe it's a bit
What,
more,
real
maybe
world
14.
I was about to say.
Feels like some games
It's
feel
easy,
like
it just
that.
takes 11 days.
11 days.
But
You're
that's
just
the
not
thing,
allowed to put the controller down at all.
you just need to kind of like sneak in with the bombers and then you're sorted. But yeah, I managed to get the S rank on the campaign for that. So
You do realise you're going to leave here and Toad's going to go right sneaking with the bombers. It's not working!
Well, I've got the official strategy guide and I'm still throwing the controller down.
I think
Wii U gamepad, I hope.
No, I'm talking about the second game. On the game Wii U, I got the first Game Boy Advance. Advance Wars, which is the one I used to have back in school days. Do you remember? That was a game we were all quite obsessed with.
I was sitting in the library for a bit.
Yeah, that was great fun.
multiplayer,
That was passing the GBA to each other and go, "Oh, you prick!"
Emailing our save states to each other. Oh, a double-decker bus just went by. There was like bus at this level.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I had a weird thing happen 2 days ago.
You got ran over by a bus.
Exactly. No.
Have you seen my limbs?
But,
I wondered why I heard
Or lack of them.
when he walked in.
But I was in Warsaw and I was just coming up to the bus station and I looked outside and there was a big London double-decker bus with a guy hanging off the side of it. And I looked up and thought, what? And it was going to King's Cross just out of just purely incidentally. But the really weird thing was not King's Cross, that there was a guy hanging off of it. And the fact it was in Warsaw as well. And I think they must have been filming something.
Yeah.
Because this guy was hanging off the bus.
Was it Jackie Chan?
No. It wasn't Jackie Chan.
Come and buckle the bag! Police story.
But there were police cars around stopping the traffics and So they were. I think they're filming some Bollywood film in Warsaw. Seriously, it's a Bollywood
Was it
film.
Benny Lava?
Not all Bollywood films are like dancing and stuff. Just
Just 99.9%.
majority.
Yeah, but I would seriously pay good money for Benny Lava. I would go see that.
Just for him. I would like to purchase one mini lava.
But I need the button to buy two.
Oh, let's not go into that.
Hey everybody, YouTube Benny Lava for the laughs.
Judging by how it had about 6 million views, I think most people have seen
I think a lot of people have had the laughs already.
Have more laughs, watch it again.
Yeah,
Look out for the part where he just really quickly just years on screen. He just comes in from the left side of the screen.
their heads.
Yeah, and the very stereotypical head wobble that they do.
Okay, we need to move on.
Yeah, what
That's
have
what
you
I'm
been
playing.
playing?
Okay.
3 games. That sums me up.
That's quite a bit for a week.
Do you think we should have a song and then we'll come back to what I've been
Good
playing?
idea. Good
Alright.
idea.
Because we'll be going for about 40 minutes. so
Who's
that'll
having
be
a
around.
song?
I have a song.
Who's having a song?
Aaron's having a song.
All back, Sean.
He's having a song.
You're having a song, mate.
That was from a game.
Funky. Sorry.
It is a very funky tune. It was from a Mega CD game called Sol-Feace. I think it's Sol-Feace or So-Feace. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It'd be quite funny if it was So-Feace.
I'm surprised it was Mega CD because I thought it sounded quite Amiga-ish, that song.
Yeah. It's all CD. It came out on the Genesis in America, but we got the actual Mega CD version that Japan got as well. And the song was called Cruise Ship. It's basically just the second level. I picked that one, but. I think I showed you it earlier, but the level one music sounds like it's got the catchphrase like panel disappearing noises. I might have to play that one another time.
Yeah.
Just for that, just for the.
Yeah, you played it and it bloody well does.
But yeah, funny enough, that was one of the games I've been playing actually. But I'm gonna get back to that one because I've mostly been playing Sonic Generations on 3DS.
Oh, you got
cool. I've got the 3DS version now.
So you got like the copy and paste Casino Night Zone and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm quite interested in that version though.
Yeah. It's developed by Dimps, who do all the pretty much all the handheld Sonic games.
Yeah.
And they also did
They
did the Sonic 4 game.
Didn't they do the Budokai games as well? Not
I
the.
believe
I
so.
think they're the ones that didn't do Tenkaichi, but they did the good
they
Budokai
pretty
games.
much, they're pretty much an outsourced company that do a lot of things. But yeah, I've been playing that. It's definitely not as good as the console version, but no, I mean obviously it would be. It's a handheld version, but
that game is just all very close to perfection.
yeah,
I know.
I'm sorry to say I don't actually like the game that much.
What, Generations?
Yeah, I just wasn't. Or Unleashed as well. I wasn't all that impressed with that.
Oh, love
it's
it.
definitely. I think it's a bit of a Marmite thing to be honest. With the 3D.
What? Really hard to
current-
spread.
Legal in Denmark.
Have you played the Xbox 360 or the PS3 version of Unleashed though? Or is it-
No, I only
It's
played
not-
the PS2
The
version.
PS2 version of Unleashed was
Oh,
horrendous. The one I got on the Wii
Ah.
as well, really bad.
Yeah, the
I don't
Wii
like being
version's
a
not good.
werebear or whatever.
Man bear.
The 3DS
doesn't
one,
work.
definitely not as good, but there's one part of it that was actually a lot better because I played through the whole story basically. The Time Eater boss was a lot better.
Yeah.
Miles better. I was
They
really
actually,
shocked.
it actually worked.
Because the rest of the game, the level designs were pretty bad in places. Like the first 3 classic Sonic levels, the Green Hill, Casino Night, and what was the other one? Mushroom Hill.
Hey.
They're just
They
the
should have
exact
not
same
had 2
layout.
hills.
Yeah, I was going to say, why
Yeah,
2
yeah.
of the first levels?
They should have had Mushroom
Yeah.
Hill, Casino Night, and then
Most-
something
Like
like.
Lava
most
Ring
of the
4
levels-
Ice Cap or something.
Yeah, most of the levels in this are actually just like the first suns from.
I heard that.
Most of the suns are different. They said it was supposed to be the handheld history, but it's a load of rubbish because where the hell is Bridgestone and something from Triple Trouble or something? That would have been great.
Sunset Park.
Or even like, there's one Sonic Rush level in there, and that's it in terms of like actual handhelds.
Yeah.
And in the Sonic Colors level, it's got the wisps from the DS version of Sonic Colors.
Ah.
Other than that, it's mostly them. But level design on them classic levels is just copy pasted straight from the original games.
Oh my god.
Right down to the point where there's a checkpoint at the end of Mushroom Hill, even though there's no boss
And you'd appreciate that.
Sorry, it's a gif of a guy standing in front of a train and like the train guard kicks a guy in the face.
Oh wow!
Look. I think he's probably sick of seeing the selfies or something because they cheek proper goes Carl.
His head like flops as he goes down.
It's okay, let's move on. We're staring at gifs.
There's that, and then when you get into the late levels, once you've beaten them first 3, there's a cutscene where Modern Sonic teaches classic Sonic homing attack. So basically, it's Dimps went, we can't be bothered to actually design levels that require anything other than, homing attacking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because when they did Sonic 4, obviously they added the homing attack.
Hey, let's cop out!
Yeah, that's basically what it was. It's a cop-out, because all the classic levels after that are designed around having a homing attack to things.
That's actually
And
pretty lame.
the other problem with Dimps is they have a frigging fetish for bottomless pits. This game is full of them. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the later levels were, the first level of Sonic Adventure, the beach one, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Radical Highway from Sonic Adventure 2, so, Shadow's level from that.
Oh god, yeah.
It's got this really weird remix for Act 2 where it almost sounds like that Radical Highway music on drugs or something. It even starts with like kind of noise.
Or like a bull.
It's funny how you mentioned Radical Highway and then the siren went by.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, that's the gun truck. Yeah. But I think after that it was. I can't remember what the song after that was, to be honest. I think it was Sonic Rush Run or something.
Gay Zone.
The bosses were different as well. It has the rival bosses, but instead of being bosses, you know, Metal Sonic, Silver, and Shadow, but instead you just race them in like. I think you race Metal Sonic in Casino Night because they couldn't be bothered to put Stardust Speedway in there, and then you race Shadow in Radical Highway, I think, or something like that, and Silver in the Sonic Colors level.
Okay.
Makes sense.
They're
just lazy, basically.
Well, silver is a colour.
You
You gotta think like Sonic Team, like utter fucking idiots.
The cutscenes are really funny in it because they've got full 3D models, but they just give them really limited animation. There's this bit where like Sonic's attacking a Bannock, and the Bannock is just like on a card. Everything's on cards. They go, look, it's Time Eater, and it's just a picture of Time Eater on a little card. We have to get the emeralds. Here's an emerald on a piece of card. And there's this really funny cutscene where it like shows a Bannock on a card, and then Modern Sonic like slides across the screen, goes ha, boosh, ha. And it just like it just goes across the screen. It's so dumb. But yeah, the one thing they actually did better than the console version was the Time Eater boss is still really obscenely long, and it's still got that problem where the boss itself isn't really the problem. It's running out of rings.
Yeah.
I had to do it about 3 times. It takes about 8 minutes to get through the level, and then I got right near the end and you friggin' run out of rings because not enough show up. But for starters, none of the other characters show up in the game at all. So you don't have them going, oh, it looks like a homing shot.
Yeah.
Oh, look like a homing shot every 5 seconds.
Every time.
And it doesn't have that problem where the rings are impossible to see. Do you remember when you 3D bits in the console one, the rings just go.
You're like,
and you can't even see them. It's like, oh,
suddenly they're a speck and then they're just gone.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have that problem. And
I hated that boss.
The boss is a lot more varied.
Yeah.
The boss is a lot more varied in the 3DS one. It actually does all different kinds of attacks and all different lasers and like this hand thing you have to avoid. It's just a much better boss. If the console one was more like that, it would have made that game more. That was the only thing I really hated.
Yeah, same here. The only thing I really didn't
because it was just cryptic. It just didn't make any sense. You just like boosting forever until you run out of rings.
Yeah,
and maybe hitting it. You sort of float near it, and then sometimes you hit it.
I never quite properly figured it out. I just kind of stuck it out.
Sort of happens, but the 3DS boss was a lot better.
That's cool.
Other than that, it's kind of I don't know. You know, like with Generations, I'd probably give that like a solid 8 or 9. But with the 3DS one, it'd probably be more like a 6. Just because the levels are so bad in some places. Just the insistence on bottomless pits at every inch of the level, pretty much. It's just ridiculous.
That's what I didn't like about the Sonic Rush games.
Yeah, exactly. I have the same problem. A lot of people swear by those games. They said they were really good, but
I thought they were okay.
I've got both of them, and I just can't get on with them at all.
Those bottomless. I know what you mean. Actually,
I actually got stuck in Rush. I think I actually got to the point where there was just massive bottomless pits everywhere, and like if you miss one platform, you just fall to your death.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, where am I actually supposed to go? And Generations on 3DS had the same problem where there was bits where you would fly over and boost over something, and then suddenly there's nothing anywhere, and you're like, well, where is the platform I'm supposed to be going on? And then it turns out you have to go on like a boost that like takes you into a different route. And the other problem is because like the levels are sort of multi-tiered, so you've got stuff in the background. Sometimes you're falling down, you think you're going to land on a platform, but it's in the background, and then you fall to your doom. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. So it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like terrible, but it did have some frustrating levels. So I wouldn't really recommend it much.
That's a shame because I was kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah, it was kind of other thing, in the week I managed to get my hands on another Mega CD 2. I actually got a boxed one from a boot sale for like 20 quid.
Really?
I was really lucky, and actually my parents picked it up because I was at Stacey's, but they phoned me up and was like, do you want this Mega CD? It's 20 quid. I was like, yeah, I already have one, but yeah. My original Mega CD 2.
How much is that actually worth these days, anyway?
Probably
Yeah, it was a pretty good bargain either way.
Yeah. But I've never actually seen one out of retail for forever. The one time I did see one, someone wanted bloody £100 for it. They're not worth that. Not quite.
£100?
Yeah. And it wasn't even boxed. But this one, it was like really nice condition, like really nicely kept. It had everything in it. It even had like, you know, the registration cards with the surveys on them, and the person that owned it when he was 14 actually wrote it all out. But obviously never sent it in. It said what consoles he had, and it's kind of funny. And it even had because I think it came from Dixon's. It had like vouchers for like all the game offers from Dixon's from 1994. And it had like £2 off any Super Nintendo game under £20 and stuff like that. It expired in 1994 or something.
Oh wow!
It was really cool.
I love finding that sort of stuff. Like in my
Yeah.
version of Flashback on the Mega Drive, I found the original HMV receipt,
Ah,
and they
yeah,
paid
yeah.
£45 for
Yeah, this
Flashback.
thing had works in it.
Whoa,
Really
£45 then?
Yeah,
Seriously?
yeah.
That'd
Mega
be a
Drive.
lot.
Some certain Mega Drive games were so expensive.
They
in the
were.
day.
Really.
Yeah, we had
Fantasy
one
Star
that was
2 was
90
90 quid. We had
Yeah.
the Sonic compilation was 90.
Virtua Racing was about 90 quid.
But-
and I had that as a kid.
Fantasy Star was with his online stuff as well, wasn't it?
No, Mega Drive one. Fantasy Star
It
2.
was 90 quid
Very
then.
basic game, but yeah, 90
That's
Because
quid.
it had a
like
battery in
150
it.
quid.
That
Is
was,
that what it was?
yeah, pretty much.
'Cause you
Like
could
a
say,
watch
yeah.
battery. It's got like a
'Cause it's
watch
like-
battery in it.
That's like 100. What a watch battery!
More or less. There's not many Mega Drive games. that
Basically,
say
It was a
yeah.
different time.
That's what Game Boy games
Most
got,
SNES
isn't it?
games had
Batteries.
batteries in
Yeah.
them, but not
Like
all
my
Mega Drive
GBA
games did.
version of Advance Wars 2, I just need to open and replace it with the
Yeah,
watch
because
battery.
you sometimes get those transparent cartridges and you can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like the kind of
Yeah,
battery
like
in
Game Boy
there.
Color ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Really
when I
jumping,
got
isn't
this
it?
Mega CD, obviously I wanted to make sure it's all still working, so I just like went through a bunch of my Mega CD games, including 2 that I haven't played much, and one of them was the song I was just playing called Sol-Feace. More like Sol-Feaces. But no, it is actually quite a good game. It's people are going to think I'm the shmup guy at this rate. Yeah, it was
But you are!
Yeah, none of
I
us
went
play
with you
them.
to Astro City, and the first thing you played was a shmup.
yeah, the cave shmups.
It sounds like schmuck.
Whoever came up with that term is...
It sounds like
I don't like saying
you know,
it,
like
but
old
People know what I'm talking about. If I just say
1930s
shooter-
gangsters.
Yeah.
What are you doing, you schmup?
He does that all. That's brilliant. Oh man. But yeah, it's got these really good.
Acquaintance.
I actually think the Mega CD is a really underrated system. It's because most people just think all it is crappy FMV games, because that is a good chunk of it, because Sega put all their money into making really expensive like sets and designs for all these FMV games, you know, really expensive equipment, camera equipment and all that to make these big FMV games, and then they shrunk it down onto a shitty picture
And they made it like all weird and like
fuzzy and horrible.
dotty and weird, yeah.
But the Mega CD's actually got a lot of power in it that's kind of untapped in most games. Like it can do a lot of like sprite scrub, like rotation and stuff, like Mode 7 style stuff, like the SNES does.
Biggest problem was that a lot of the developers didn't have the tools to develop
Yeah.
games that made use of it. They're like, oh great, you made that, but how do we use it?
Yeah,
What's this?
This game actually uses like
It's
sprite
my
rotation
night trap.
quite a lot. yeah. This game, for starters, it's got really nice, like proper pixel art created, like anime cutscenes at the start. It's got really, and what's quite funny is because they didn't get this game in America on the Mega CD, they got it on the Genesis for some reason. They downported it. It ends up having like, it's got like British voice actors. Do you remember like all the old manga videos that used to have like British dubs on them?
Yeah.
It's like that. And there's like this female character, like pilot of the spaceship, and she's just got like the most common British accent you can imagine. It's so funny seeing like this anime character just like talking all like what? It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Do you need some chips?
Yeah. Okay. And
We got time constraints today.
yeah.
Well,
And
if somebody wants to go and have their dinner, yeah.
I'm right.
Somebody.
You're on track. I've lost my arm.
Oh, so sorry.
Fucking knob.
Really common British voice actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the actual game, it's not like the most exciting or like amazing shmup ever, but it's got this really neat gimmick where you've got like these 2 turrets on the spaceship, and when you're not shooting and you move around, they sort of like tilt. Like when you go backwards, they tilt out, and you go in.
Oh,
and they tilt
right.
inwards. And then when you start shooting, they go in that direction. Porky pig here. And yeah, so you can sort of like tilt the shots like up and down and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of interesting. It's quite a hard game, but I think you get infinite continues. I played that for a little while. The other game, it came out on a Mega CD as like a double pack. They just put like 2 games in one box because they were like in double CD cases. Yeah. And they just got like one cover for each game on. So there's no like synopsis on the box because it's just a cover and then another cover. The other game that's in that box was Cobra Command. Nothing to do with G.I. Joe.
Oh.
And I
was wondering.
It's basically Road Avenger with a helicopter. And instead of just pressing arrows, you do have the bits where you have to move with like arrows. But you also got like a little reticle to actually shoot all the other aircraft that come in. It's got the same like sort of anime look to it, like where they've like animated it all. And it's actually really interesting. It's like if you thought Road Avenger was hard, this is even friggin' harder. We should actually have to aim at things to like shoot them down, and the time. So you have to get the timing pitch perfect, but you also have to have the reticle square on the enemy. So it's really difficult. But it's kind of cool. It's got that same cool look to it. That Road Avenger and Time Gap.
I do. I love the look and time Road Avenger.
Yeah. And so yeah, that was pretty much what I've been playing. I've also been watching Stacey play South Park Stick of Truth.
Ah, yeah.
Which
how is that? I know
really
nothing
good.
about it.
Really nice. Because they've got the guys that do like Neverwinter Night. What was it? Knights of the Republic and Abida-san. They got them to do it. It looks exactly like
Obsidian.
Obsidian.
Then it goes. You also worked on Fallout as well.
Yeah, New Vegas.
Yeah, and new Baldur's Gate games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obsidian
so they've gone from making all these serious RPGs to making the South Park one.
Yeah, well,
it's amazing.
In its own right, it's a really good RPG.
Yeah, exactly. I was watching
Paper Mario style combat.
Oh, definitely. It's very similar. Like it's not even just the combat. Actually, exploring the town's quite similar as well. It's like all puzzle based where
you can actually manipulate the actual environment.
Yeah. And you get like all these like fart powers that you have to hold your fart and throw it out. Some of the trophies were quite funny. There was a trophy for shitting yourself in battle. There was a trophy for farting on 25 animals, and Stacey found you could just go up to the Cartman's cat and just fart on it 25 times a year. And it looks exactly like the program. In fact, most of the time you wouldn't even think it was a game looking at it because it's just perfect. Like the actual like animation style, everything's just spot on, like, and the writing's just as good as the program. Absolutely.
I might get that for the Xbox. It's on Xbox.
Yeah. Stacey got it on the PS3, but
I think I might give that a go.
Oh, it's really good.
It's still £40 on Steam though.
Yeah, on Steam at the moment, but I think Stacey managed to grab it on the PS3 for about 18 quid on Amazon.
I feel like paying 20 quid for it.
Treat yourself to it on her birthday, but the combat system is actually really clever. It's got like all different like debuffs you can get from the enemies, including like throwing up, and there's one called Screwed, where like right near one of your turns you'll just instantly die, which is really annoying. And like some of the like enemy types, there's like one of the enemy types, Nazi zombies, and they even make a joke about them being overused. It's like, oh, we found this Nazi zombie, they're so bloody overused or something. And
oh man, so lame.
And they actually like have the Nazi zombies actually have like they just talk Hitler quotes like straight out of like sampled straight from them or something. But yeah, they do actually make a whole joke about the fact that they're overused. But yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant so far, from what I've seen anyway.
Yeah.
I think Stacey's actually got multiple saves because there's loads of like missable trophies in that where you have to do certain things. Like there's this one mission where you have to find Jesus, but to get the trophy you have to be the Jew class because there's like 4 different classes. And
there's warrior, I think thief and mage.
I think
and then Jew.
I think Stacey was a thief until she opened up a second.
So wait a minute.
Father's Jew.
No.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing and watching my girl play.
Excellent.
Basically.
Well, sad to say, but we might have to wrap up quickly today because you guys have got places to run off to. So I think that was a good one. Yeah. Well, I'd like to end on Jibberandtwitch as a request for a song, so I think we're going to end on that. So because we're going to end on that, you want to just introduce it?
Yep. As I've been playing a lot of Advance Wars recently, my favourite character on there has always been Grit, and I especially like his song on, I think it's Advance Wars 2, and I think they have the same.
They're both the same.
Yeah, the same on first and second.
Oh.
Yeah. So Grit's song from Advance Wars.
I don't even know if they have names. I think they are just theme, aren't they?
Yeah, Grits theme. That's what we'll call it, Grits theme.
Excellent. So thanks for listening, guys. I've been Murray Curry. I've been joined by 5CM Brits.
Yeah.
Still here in case you were wondering.
5CM Brits.
Silent partner. And Jibberandtwitch.
Vlad the Younger.
And little Hector.
Little Hector, who's kicking on my tits.
I just want some food, so end the podcast.
Bye.
Feed me.
Thanks for listening. Enjoy Grits feed.
See you next week.
Click subscribe, like, rate, comment, and shit.
Guys, are you doing the podcast? I was
It's
running
goodbye
a
from
little
us,
late.
Popeye clones.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I missed out.
Yeah.
That's where it's about it.
Time to leave.